So many of our Nigerian parents have undiagnosed anxiety, and I don't say this to be mean, but
Please go watch the rest of that creator's video because she had some really interesting points. But as a psychiatrist and a child of Nigerian parents, I have some thoughts. I too grew up with parents who were worrisome and anxious and would jump to the craziest conclusions. And I'm just like, how do we get from here to here? But as with everything, context is so important when we're looking at the behavior of people, right? Someone left a comment under her video about our Nigerian parents dealing with or struggling with post-traumatic stress, and I actually couldn't agree more. I think my parents and a lot of Nigerians of their generation are struggling with post-traumatic stress from one of the most earth-shattering, life-altering events that could have happened, and that's the Biafra War. And y'all will have to let me know if your parents spoke about this, but I know when I was growing up, I never heard about it. My parents never spoke about this war. And if you know, for post-traumatic stress disorder, avoidance is actually one of the main pillars of the diagnosis. In fact, I found out somewhat recently about some of the things my dad experienced during this time, and I kid you not, my jaw was on the ground. I couldn't believe it. I think it's a combination of having experienced such significant trauma back home and then coming here and likely experiencing some significant trauma here. Because let's be clear, immigration stress can be traumatic in itself. Then you got to add on the lack of healthy and adequate ways to process the trauma, because therapy in a Nigerian household, what is therapy? So then that trauma manifests itself as anxiety, anger, avoidance, etc. I don't know that I'd ever get my parents to actually agree to therapy, but I do hope one day that they would at least acknowledge that they went through something that is extremely traumatic, and that what they went through could impact and would impact anybody's mental health. And my recommendation for children of Nigerian parents is to be very intentional about the way you process emotions, because coping styles can definitely be passed down from generation to generation. So make sure that it stops with you.